TikTok CEO pledging that his company would win their legal battle with the state of Montana. The state recently banned the app from personal devices starting in January, going farther than other bans of the social media platform. For more on this, we want to bring in Carl Szabo. He is vice president and general counsel of industry trade group NetChoice. NetChoice's members include TikTok, Meta, and Twitter. And thank you for being here today, Carl. You know, this has been a huge issue. You're representing the app companies on this front and kind of pushing back. What do you think is particularly wrong with Montana's law proposal for this? How do you plan to go after it?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I mean, as an attorney, as a professor of law, this is a slam dunk case for TikTok. It's a slam dunk case for the creators. Essentially, this is a clear violation of the First Amendment, and it's a clear violation of what's called a bill of attainder, which basically says the government cannot criminalize an individual. And that's what's really scary about this. This is the government of Montana coming out and shutting down a business, shutting down a company, not because of any clear evidence of wrongdoing, not because of any evidence of malfeasance, not because they broke a law, but because the state of Montana does not like them. And that should really scare investors, that should really scare innovators, and it will have a real chilling effect across the industry of anyone looking to start up a business, start up an innovation with a new idea, knowing that a government could just come in and shut them down because they don't like them. That's
Carl,
what this is really about.
You're probably right. Montana has actually recognized the flaws with this law. They tried to make changes to it to go back and say, okay, it's not just TikTok. It's all of those other apps, including anybody who would have a Chinese ownership. So they themselves tried to broaden it. It was too late. The legislature was out of being there for the time, so they couldn't fix it now. They may very well come back and amend it and say that it's not just one company. It's anybody who has Chinese owners that might be taking U.S. citizens or Montana citizens and transmitting that information back to China. Would that change the perspective on this?
So it still falls into a First Amendment problem. And then similarly, you get into kind of a supremacy clause issue where only Congress can really regulate international transit of data. And there's also what's called the Dormant Commerce Clause issue. So it still runs into a whole different kettle of constitutional problems.
It's not the same slam dunk, though, legally, because if you can look at First Amendment and say First Amendment versus any concerns about security, and then you have legal experts who will give you different opinions.
Well, keep in mind, the argument of national security has always been the basis by which authoritarian regimes have seized power. And you could quickly see the argument of national security being the basis to shut down a business to be weaponized against Twitter, or it can be weaponized against AI, or it can be weaponized against Rumble or Parler or any business that the administration doesn't like and sees as a potential security threat to democracy. So that's the precedent that we're setting, and that's the chilling effect we have on innovation as a result of this action from the state of Montana.
But my guess is that that's probably a bigger concern for your clients, the idea that, let's say, the national government does step in and say that this is a security concern. They absolutely have the power to do that. It's not a slam dunk on any sort of legal battle at that point. Then what? What do you do?
Well, we've heard the argument of national security concerns, and ultimately it comes down to the First Amendment. Imagine if the government came in and decided to shut down access to your website or your app because of, quote-unquote, national security concerns. That is a clear violation of the First Amendment. Our founders recognized this when they created the Bill of Rights, and that's exactly what protects us. So if the government decided CNBC is a danger, which would be, of course, absurd, they couldn't just come in and shut down access to your website or your app. And that's what we're seeing out of Montana. That's what we're seeing out of these discussions on Capitol Hill, is the government ultimately deciding for the American people what websites they can visit and what apps they can download. And it's not just an impact on TikTok. You saw an action from all the creators whose businesses rely exclusively on access to TikTok, on the ability to have their voice being heard. So likewise,
free speech is a huge argument for this, but are you saying that the government can never say that there's a national security issue, or do they just need to back it up with proof?
I mean, it's a really tough hill to climb. So you saw this effort from President Trump when he was in office, trying to take down TikTok on national security concerns, went to the court, and the court threw it out pretty darn quickly. So it's a very, very steep hill to climb because at the end of the day, you have to define what is a national security concern. And the way that the United States operates is we hold the First Amendment as sacrosanct, the protection of free speech, and challenging authority, challenging government. If you're in power, you see that as a national security threat because it's challenging your authority. But that's the important thing that we need to have a functioning democracy and a functioning republic, is the ability of anyone and everyone to challenge people in power.